Hello and welcome to Sing With Me today. My name is Karlsson and today we're going to do some sliding or glissando exercises. They can also be called pitch glide, sirening exercises, and they just mean that we slide through your register. They're very good for warm-up, just like an athlete that you can stretch your muscles before a workout. They're very good for rehabilitation, to get going after a cold, or if your voice is tired or sore, you can just use some soft stretching exercises. It's good for range extension, and it's also very good for getting over those vocal breaks, the register breaks you have in your voice. And that is what we're going to focus on a little bit today. Okay, so we're going to work with voiced fricatives. The Z, the V and the J. Z, V, J. And I really like those because they give you an automatic support, an automatic sort of resonance on your voice without you even having to think about it. And also you can really focus on that actual glissando without having to think about if your vowel is correctly placed or anything. You can really focus on the actual glissando and getting over that break. Okay, so let's just start by practicing the sound. We start with the Z. Z, Z. And we want a quite intense Z. And we're going to practice that now. So just imagine a mosquito coming closer to your ear. Let's try. And just pick any note that's comfortable for your voice. Let's try again. Try to notice what your stomach is doing. You can hold one hand on your sort of upper diaphragm and one hand here. And let's do it again. Did you notice anything when the mosquito came close to your ear, when the more intense sound was? My stomach is activating, it's sort of tensing up. And that is what we want. So if you keep that kind of intense sound, this will happen automatically for you. You will have an automatic support. Let's try a V once. So we do. And then a J. Very good. Let's now slide a little bit up and down through your register. And I let my sound go towards the back of my head. Sort of classical. So I don't try to push a sound. I click over. So let's work on that a little bit. Let's go from the highest note to the lowest note. Let's take a V. Try. Very good. And the slower you can do this, the more in control you are. So let's do a Z, the other way around. Very good. You can stop the video here if you want and just practicing sliding up and down. Because now we're going to do the actual exercise, which will sound. And let's not take care of the break at the moment. Let's talk about the break next time. Let's just do the exercise once. And the female voices, they start here. For the male voices, will be down here. And I will stretch the registers now. So if it's too low or too high for you, just stop. Okay. Very good. Let's go back to here, and this time we will go up. But now let's talk about the break, because the female voice, they will probably have the break already here, while the male voices, it will be a couple of notes higher up, I think. So, how to deal with your break? I would suggest thinking about it as a car. So if you're going with a car towards a road bump, you slow down, perhaps you change gear, and you sort of very, very slowly and controlled go over that bump and then continue driving. And think about it the same way. So let's say now I just drove with the same speed throughout. My brake will sound like this. Or on a vowel, which will be easier to hear, I think. My brake will be very apparent. But if I slow down, I can really practicing going over. As you can hear, my brake is coming on note number 3 in this one. Really going over slowly before I continue. And I'm really going over into my next register. Let's just try that. Very good. Some people can be helped by thinking that they have to add a little bit of breathiness around that break. See if that works for you. It might or it might not. Okay, so let's go up. And of course, the brake will move as we go up. So when you feel that your brake is coming, that's when you do this. Okay. Very good. Let's stop here just for a moment. I guess that some of the male voices will start to feel their brake area or their passaggio area here. And the female voice will also run into their next brake area. Think about having a smaller note on the top, not trying to push your lower register up. So don't do, but go to a smaller, lighter note. And then work over those breaks. Yes. So even for male voices, when you feel that sort of perhaps a mixed voice or your falsetto comes, just go over in the falsetto and see if you can work your way around the break. Okay, let's start from here again. Just hit that small note. Very good. Okay, let's add one other thing, and it's that your voice is like a pyramid. So your top notes, they are smaller, and the lower ones, they are sort of bigger in their mix. And I've made this little nice drawing. So if you think about this as your top note and this as your lowest note, so you can see that the mix will continue throughout. So if you mix those two registers, it won't be like one have one and all of a sudden the next one are completely over in that register. You have to have a smooth transition. And what I mean by that is that even though you're not going over completely into the next register, you might want to treat your notes slightly differently. I will show you what I mean if we do this one again. My break won't be until perhaps the fourth note in this key. But the three first notes, I will start preparing for that transition by thinking that my notes will be broader and broader, or so deeper and deeper into my body. And I actually feel like this, like my throat is widening towards the lower notes. They will sound and then I can swap over into my new register. If I don't do that, my sound will sound and then comes the break. So you can hear, if you just try it, let's try that. Let's try to keep the same kind of sound as the smaller note on the top. Then I don't think you will go over that break. And now let's see if you can have, let's just practice the first two notes and see if you can have, oh, I almost have a little yawn on the second. And then to my third, I do an even broader note. Try. And see if this will help you just to have that kind of thinking. Okay, let's start from here. I do a little bit of a shorter exercise, but just practicing this. Try it. Very good. The next time we're going to continue into an NG and then later on to some vowels. Okay, I hope this was helpful and I'll see you next time. Bye!